What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas. This is Season 6, Episode 5, and the episode is titled Better Safe Than Sorry. Let's get right into this review. So we start this episode off with the girls talking to Karen about who her possible baby daddy is. And honestly, I think it was Danny. She had the same question that I had. Girl, how you got these men's DNA? Because Zach ain't went down to nobody's hospital to give them a sample. But according to Karen, she had Aaron's DNA, so that way she could determine, hey, if it matches Aaron, he's the baby daddy. If it don't, we know that is Zach's. And of course the ladies want to know who's the baby's father, but she's like, no, I tell y'all a lot of stuff in this sister circle. I said, do you? Because I feel like each one of these ladies be skipping over all types of important information that they should probably tell each other. But nonetheless, she says that she's going to tell whoever the father is first. Now, I can't lie. I probably would have had some of that energy that Danny had. Because, sis, what you tell us this information for then? If you wasn't going to tell us who the daddy is, don't even bring it up. Tell us after the fact. After you tell whoever the daddy is, hey, you're actually this child's father. Then have a meet and greet with us and tell us, so y'all, I talked to Zach or I talked to Aaron. Let him know he is the father. Woo, let's all celebrate. You know what I'm saying? All right, so Karen is serious about not telling the ladies. Danny feels like one of either Sabrina or Andy knows. I don't think either one of them know what's going on because when did Karen have time to tell them? So Danny and Sabrina leave or whatever. And I forgot to mention, for some reason, Andy feels like she's too young and fresh to be considered an auntie. And I'm like, girl, I understand in what context you talking about, but that's not the context we talking about for your friend's baby. After the other girls leave, we have Andy and Karen have this conversation. And Karen's like, oh, well, do you actually want to know who the father is? And she's like, no, you just tell me when you feel that it's right. And I'm like, you know what? At least Andy didn't try to push it and be like, okay, tell me, girl, since the other girls left. But, she did question her and say, are you happy with who the father is? And she says yes. Now, when she says this, y'all, I was kind of like, maybe she's happy if the baby actually belongs to Zach in this moment. Just because even though Zach has been, hell on wheels, or should I say she's been hell on wheels for him, at this point they are in an okay space versus her and Aaron. Because her and Aaron right now, they were just on the outs. She don't want nothing to do with him. She feels like he gaslights women. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole list of things that Aaron got going on now. So, I don't know. I'm leaning towards maybe this actually being Zach's baby. Y'all already know that I do my review as I'm watching, so we shall see. Now, I must say that I do feel really bad for Karen because she has to figure out how she's going to pay to repair that shop, y'all. And the fact that she did not have insurance really annoys me because Tyler, the thing about Karen's character is that she's not the type to be irresponsible like that. So it doesn't make sense to me that she would not have fire insurance, especially considering it's her business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why Tyler wrote that in, but I guess. Now, according to Andy, she will financially help, Karen rebuild her shop. And I'm like, oh, you'll do that? Really? How much money will you put up? Or will you borrow that from Robin as well? Y'all think she gonna get the money from Robin, who has been MIA for how many episodes now? Yeah, where's Robin at? But I just want to know, where is she going to get the funds to help her friend put money into rebuilding this shop? Or y'all think she gonna get it from Gary? Because I don't think she gonna cough up her own coins. I'm just saying. But let's move on. Alright, so Karen skedaddles. They say I love you to each other. Now Andy hops on the phone with Gary. Of course, he trying to make his way to her apartment because, as y'all already know, I keep telling y'all, Gary does not have a home of his own. He does not have a place to live, and that is why he keeps coming over to Andy's place. So at first, this woman is hesitant about this man coming up to her house, but she finally gives it and says, yes, you can come over. However, I'm going to get some things off my chest. I'm like, okay, so we finally about to break it off with him, right, Andy? Okay, we'll talk about that later. Let's slide on over to Danny and Sabrina, who are in the car. So it's very clear that Danny is extremely high because baby girl thinks that she's driving and she's in the passenger seat. And she goes on to talk about how she can tell the future, at least for Sabrina, and how it's so bright. And then Sabrina ends up asking her, who do you think Karen's baby daddy is? And Danny actually says that she thinks that it's going to be the preacher man. She thinks that it's Aaron's baby. But on the other hand, you have Sabrina saying that, nah, I think it's Zach's baby because she always wanted to have a family with him. Now, after she said this, y'all, I must say, I was like, yeah, I get it. They were together for 3 years. But, like, with all the turmoil that he put her through, as well as the shenanigans after they broke up, why would she want to have a baby by Zach? Like, that sounds like something that happened maybe year 1 of them dating when things were real good. And she's like, oh my God, I would totally have a baby by this man. However, after all of the STDs, cheating, possible children, and then them possibly having a baby, yeah, I'm just not sold on the fact that she would still want to have a baby by Zach. Like, I feel like after so much time has passed and foolishness, people's opinions change of what they thought they wanted. But now Sabrina wants to talk about her whole not having a job. She needs money. And according to her, after she cashes out of all the things that she has, you know, her 401k and these investments and savings and all of this, she said she got about $190,000. 190,000. I said $190,000. You was doing that well at the bank, Sabrina? Well. I must say, I'm quite proud of you if that's the case. Why is Danny the only poor friend, y'all? Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, they really make it seem like Danny just works the front desk at the airlines. Like, is she a manager or something? I'm just trying to figure this out because it seems like baby girl's making minimum wage compared to her homegirls. But nonetheless, Sabrina brings up the fact that Bio says that he knows how he can flip her money and she'll make double. And Danny's like, nah, that may be a scam. Don't trust it. I'm with Danny. There's no way this man gonna tell me how he can flip my money and make me have double. Too risky. Way too risky. And Sabrina's argument is, well, he has more money than both of us. Yeah, but how did he get that money? You don't know. Like, I must say, Sabrina is way too trusting when it comes to men. Like, why are you trusting Bio this soon? It's bad enough this man tells you to leave your phone, leave your purse, leave everything that you have, and you did it. Now you're trusting him that he can flip your money? Girl, this ain't even your man. This is just some man who has a crush on you. Get a grip. So, while they're having this conversation, though, Danny mentions that, you know, she doesn't want to go home back to the drama or something like that. And she's like, what drama? What are you talking about, Danny? And of course, Danny doesn't tell her all the drama that has just been put into her life with Jonah. So now we have a scene with Karen. So she gets a phone call from Pam. And Pam is just checking on her or whatever. And Karen is giving her all the attitude because she's still mad at Pam. Like, she's mad because Pam left those curling irons on. And even though that's not how the fire started, she still can't be leaving the curling irons on. You know what I'm saying? But also on top of that, you have Pam being like, okay, so you gonna fire me? Like, you that mad? And she's like, girl, where you gonna work? Because the shop has burned down. So now Pam is asking the question that I absolutely want to know the answer to. Why didn't you have insurance? And we learned that when old boy took half her clients, or should I say all her clients, which absolutely made no sense as a storyline to me, but nonetheless, when old boy took her clients, she basically didn't pay for the insurance because she needed that money for something, you know, to cover expenses. And I'm just like, same head as Pam here, but Zach gave you money, and he gave you a nice chunk of change. So what did you do with that money, Karen? Because that's not making no sense. And Pam is like, well, he did say he'll help you again. And, are you going to take him up on that offer? And Karen says that she might. I'm trying to figure out what money does Zach have that he can spare to give to Karen. Y'all, please let me know. Zach has not done anything in real estate. As much yapping as we have seen him do, especially on Zatima, about how he's in real estate and how he take his ass down to that office that he's wasting renting with old boy, what's his name? Andrew? No. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the Asian guy. Why is Zach over here offering up coin when he's not making any? Him and old boy have not worked on not a one property. No properties have been worked on. They haven't flipped not a one house. The only income that he has coming in is the rent money from Deja. And how much could that possibly be, y'all? At max, what, $2,500? You don't have enough money to just be handed out to Karen. But we gonna work with the storyline. So Pam basically tells her she needs to call Zach tonight instead of waiting until the next day. And then they briefly talk about who could have possibly died in the fire. And I'm just like, okay, y'all need to get off the phone. Because at this point, y'all just wasting air. Oh, also, did y'all catch when Pam was like, oh yeah, make sure you call Zach before Fatima gets wind of it. And I'm just like, really, Pam? This woman was consoling you? And that's the energy you gonna have for Fatima? Okay, girl, I see you. So let's hop on over to Calvin and Maurice. Maurice comes home and Calvin has a couch in the apartment. It's his old couch from out of storage. Maurice does not want any part of this tacky, eclectic styled couch that this man has. But he ends up asking Maurice, y'all, oh, where you coming from? And Maurice's answer is, oh, I went to see Q. He's going to tell me the truth. What is he talking about? Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't he go see Q earlier in the day? Then he swung by Sabrina's. And then they went straight to the hair salon. Sir, what is you talking about? Was there an additional scene that I'm missing, y'all? Like, y'all was just together at the hair salon. Did we forget that, Tyler? But let's go ahead and move on. So, basically, in this scene, Maurice explains that he ain't got rent money because he ain't got no job. And according to Calvin, he could cover it. He could cover food and he could cover the rent. Other than that, Maurice is on his own as far as finding some money. Again, Tyler, this is where you throw in the idea of the drag show, okay? Or he can at least be the bartender at the bar. Come on now, Tyler, where's the white boy at? The rest of the scene was nothing. Let's move on. All right, y'all. So now we slide on over to Zach. He swings the door open or whatever. And did y'all catch him when he said, left me and now you got an attitude or something like that in reference to Fatima? And I'm just like, really, Zach? What is all this energy? So come to find out, it ain't even her. It's actually Preston at the door. Y'all, I completely forgot that Preston and Zach were cool because we have not seen them in a scene together since Preston was pretending to help him put some stuff together in this house. So Preston says that he's there just so he can check on his homeboy and also be a little nosy because he want to see what's going on between Zach and Fatima because according to him, he saw how Fatima was looking when Zach was overreacting with his emotional Olympics over there trying to get the gold medal. All right, so when Preston mentions to Zach that Fatima looked pissed, he literally just shrugged his shoulders and said, well, she gonna have to get over that. I said, whoa, that's the energy that you gonna give when just an hour prior to you running down there to go see if Karen was dead, this same woman was just ride or die for you at your baby mama house, making sure that your son was good, and come to find out he wasn't, and she's letting you know not to kidnap your child, number one, and she lets you know that, you know what, we need to talk to some lawyers that who knows, she knows, because she has the lawyer connection, so that way you can get full custody. This woman has been writing for you for all this time, and that's the energy that you give? I'm not liking this, y'all. I'm not liking it. And I feel like the direction that Tyler may be going is that Zach and Fatima, they are together at this point in the show, but they're going to probably break up on Sistas. But I'm just like, how are you going to have them break up on Sistas when they already broke up for a total different reason on Fatima? Like, I'm trying to figure out what Tyler is doing, y'all. Because is he going to try to make them break up for two different reasons on two different shows or what? So basically, the rest of this scene was Zach letting Preston know that he should go ahead and leave. He has daddy problems, so he should go worry about that. And Preston skedaddles. Okay, I guess. It's kind of like, what was the point of Preston coming over then? Like, at this point, Tyler, is it time for you to just let Preston's character go? Because it seems like you don't know what to do with him. You're just throwing him in scenes at this point. So Zach ends up calling Fatima. It goes straight to voicemail because clearly she ain't messing with him right now. And that was pretty much it. Let's slide on over to Andy and Gary. So they have this conversation about how things have now been put into perspective for Andy because, her friend almost died. And she realized how short life is and how much time she's wasted with arguments and being in piss poor relationships. And of course, that's one thing that caught this man's eye. And he's like, wait, what are you trying to say? And she's like, well, first of all, we ain't even in a relationship right now. And here he go. Well, we could be. No, we cannot. No. Andy, get this man out your apartment. So Andy basically tells this man that they can be friends with benefits. And of course, he don't want to hear that. Because he's going to keep trying. Because, of course, he just has to be with Andy. But as baby girl was going on and on, because let's be honest, she was talking for a while, she was listing some traits that this man has, and she doesn't like them. And I'm like, yeah, you need to mention how he's controlling and abusive as well, girl. And then she even tells him that he's not even her type. So she don't even understand why she's still sticking around. Oh, wait, it's because of the D. The only reason why she is sticking around is because the D is good. Now, y'all, Andy said a line that I feel like we need to talk about. And basically, she said that when you're a woman and you're lonely, you will tolerate anything just so that you can get some sex. I said, whoa. Andy, I think that's what you're tolerating. Because something about you that we've all noticed is that you actually lack self-love. And I mean heavy on that. Because even though, she's beautiful, she's stunning, this woman has the top career, and all of these attributes that are great about Andy, the thing about her is that, yes, she has all the confidence because she knows that she's a beautiful girl. However, she does not love herself. And she does not have value in herself or her self-worth. Because we've seen from all the things that she's tolerated with Gary. And honestly, at this point, I'm just like, all right, so how long y'all gonna be talking? So, she then compares him to Robin and how Robin is bigger than him, but Gary knows what to do. I'm just like, what is this conversation at this point? So now he ain't feeling it because she wants to go hook up in her room, and he's like, nah, I think I'm gonna head out, basically, because his little feelings is hurt or whatever. And I was just like, look at poor Gary. Now he got to go sleep in the car tonight because he can't go lay up in Andy's bed because she's hurt his little feelings. Y'all, let's move on. So now we have Karen. She's laying down or doing something on the floor. And next thing you know, it's a bamming at the door. Who is it? Aaron. Y'all, he come in that room. And I mean, he bear hugs her and all of this energy. I said, oh. So I guess the Zachary bug must have bit you because now you being extra as hell the same way he was just a few hours ago. This man has shown up to her door so that way they can have a conversation about old girl that he was messing with at the same time as Karen. Negro, get out of her face with this. This woman can't even get fresh air in her lungs for a full day without you coming back to her with all your drama. Can she get a good night's sleep? Can you come see her maybe in 3 days to talk about this foolishness? She has bigger fish to fry and things to worry about in regards to her salon rather than having a conversation with you about who else you was dating or messing around with. Please leave. Oh, but this man, he talking about how he can support Karen. And, with her shop burning down, he can help organize. He can help her figure out what she gonna do for money to pay for it to be fixed. But baby girl said, oh no, I already got that figured out. I already got that handled. Even though she don't, because she ain't talked to Zach yet. You don't even know how much money he can actually put in, girl. But we gonna let you rock with this storyline, because you gotta keep this man away from you. So she goes on to basically tell him, we ain't got nothing to talk about, baby. This relationship is over. And he ain't catching on, y'all. I'm telling y'all, in that moment, I said, oh no, he ain't the daddy, y'all. Zach the daddy. Because she don't want nothing to do with Aaron. I said, oh, is this Aaron's last season? Because listen, Tyler, if you can get Aaron to go, you can get Gary to go. Let's get some of these men off this show and bring in a whole new set. You know what I'm saying? Let's spice it up, Tyler. But nonetheless, according to Aaron, he started dating this woman because Karen was indecisive. She didn't know if she wanted him or if she wanted Zach. Which, yes, that was definitely true. And also, he was technically not exclusive to you, Karen, so you can't even really be that mad. The real question is, who is John? Because I'm still trying to figure out where he got this second name from. Now, again, he mentions how, he didn't want to continue to pursue this woman, and she went a little crazy. Now, every time this man says crazy, I feel like that's a trigger word for Karen. And she's like, oh, so now this woman just turned crazy? Well, baby, since he wasn't getting nowhere in that conversation, he tried to swing back to get the sympathy vote. Because he was like, well, Karen, with all that happened today, I'm just so grateful and thankful that you're still here because of the fire. Bruh. She don't want you in her face. She's over you. She really wants you out her house, okay? And basically she tells him that she want to go to sleep, aka you need to leave. She got a lot going on already. And I thought that was crazy how she mentioned how, she needs to figure out who the second person is that got killed in her salon. I said, whoop. And that right there was a dig to him, because he definitely brought that drama to your doorstep. Oh, so now Aaron just magically knows the information as to who died, which it was the homeless man who lived behind the building. But he had the man's whole damn name. I said, now how you get that, buddy? He talking about some because Gary called the mayor. I'm sorry, y'all. Gary could make a call to the mayor all he want, but I still don't feel like that's the information that he would have gotten from the mayor. Like, Tyler, why didn't you say that Gary knew the coroner? Gary knew somebody at like a hospital, or whoever has to, somebody at the morgue. Why couldn't Gary know somebody there? Not at the mayor's office. Now, did y'all catch Aaron lean on back and get comfortable in her house? I said, sir, she just said she want to go to bed. Why are you leaning back getting comfortable? You need to be lifting your body up and walking out the door. So again, this woman has to circle back to the fact that she wants to go lay down. And here he come. Oh, do you sure you don't want me to help you rebuild? Negro, get off of her sofa, please. And also, where would you get money from so that way you can give to Karen? Are you going to take money out the pulpit? Are you going to take money out the collection plate? Where you getting the money from, Aaron? Because you supposed to be a preacher man, right? Who ain't never delivered a sermon. Y'all, this man just did not want to leave because she's so ready for him to go. And then he had the audacity to lean in and say, I still love you, Karen. Get up off her couch. Please get off the sofa. She said, thank you. And please get out of her house. He finally got a hit, y'all. He finally got up and left. I'm just like, Aaron, it's over. I need for you to let it go. Now, one thing we don't need to see, Tyler, is you trying to show us Aaron attempting to get Karen back. We already know that he is not this child's father, so we can go ahead, delete him out the storylines, and let's move forward. Because I'm sorry, I don't think we need to see Aaron no more. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give y'all solid maybe one more episode, maybe two, that we get a glance at Aaron's life. But we don't need no more. I think we done. All right, so Karen hops on the line. She calls Zach because, she's trying to get this money, right? So this man talk about some, oh, there was so much going on. I'm happy that you alive. I'm just so happy to hear your voice right now. Sir, you have a whole fiance. What are you talking about? And I'm just so irritated because they just tried to play in our face and rephrase their favorite line of "we got history" and change it to, because we really know each other. Yeah, because I really know you, girl. What? I'm not about to play with you, Tyler. Tyler, you got sick of us complaining about y'all constantly mentioning how they had history, so now you gonna have them talk about how they know each other very well. Good night, sir. So basically, in this conversation, you have Karen mentioning how, she saw it all in his face and his reaction, how much he loved her, and everybody else saw this. And for some reason, Zach is still nonchalant about what everybody else saw. So at one point, you have Karen saying, oh, I thought you hated me. He's like, no, I never hated you. I love you, Karen. Keep in mind, while he's saying those words, Fatima ends up coming up the stairs. I said, you mean to tell me this woman has on heels and you don't hear her coming up the stairs? Negro, get it together. So he ends up turning around because I guess he finally heard her. And now he wants to change his energy. He trying to rush off the phone with Karen. And, Karen is just like, well, wait a second. Were you serious about the offer of, helping me rebuild the salon? And he says, yeah. He trying to say anything to get off the phone because Fatima is there rolling her eyes. She's irritated. She's pissed off. She probably feels like, what was the whole point of all this? Like, I understand Karen was possibly dead and all of that. But Zach, you were doing way too much, number one. Number two, I'm not just your girlfriend, I'm your fiance. I'm out here being ride or die for you. I'm trying to help you with your child. I'm trying to stand by you, even though you have this possibility of maybe you is, maybe you ain't the daddy with Karen. Like, I'm sticking by you for all your shenanigans. And I feel like at this point, we need to go ahead and let it go. Now, y'all, I must say I was quite irritated with Karen at this point, especially because she knew that Fatima had got there. Because this man completely changed the way he was talking to her. You could tell that he was trying to get off the phone. She made that conversation linger way longer than it needed to be. Her saying things like, oh, well, I love you. Waiting for him to say, I love you back. And it's like, so you know that he's in front of his fiance and you want to play these types of games? See, this is where I give a side eye to Karen. Because it's like, you said you moved on so much from Zach, but have you really? Because you still want to play these high school games. Like, what are we doing here? And I get it. You don't like Fatima because she's dating Zach. But at the end of the day, Fatima has not been disrespectful towards you the way you have been towards her. And you're still doing it. So we basically end this episode with Fatima having an attitude with Zach. Zach realizing that he's basically in the doghouse because he was clearly flirting with his ex. And that was that, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I feel like this episode was kind of like nothing really went down. Hopefully the next episode will be better. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel, share the video. Let me know what y'all think about this episode. Are y'all thinking that Zach will possibly get back with Karen? Or does he still have a chance with Fatima? Yeah, so let me know what y'all thought. I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.